guiding reader today on the topic of sunny sunflower. Now, it's she is such an example because her next guided reading is in August, but she already prepared her slides way in advance. Dear masters, above masters, and everyone who are here and online, wish you all a good day. Today, I would like to share with you the master's footprints from 2022 in the summer. But as we know, at the end of February last year, the Ukrainian conflict has started and continue on today. So up to now, there's more than 12 million Ukrainians have left their homes. And more than 8 million Ukrainians lost their homes within the border of Ukraine. The sunflower, which is a symbol of Ukraine, appears to be wilting, making people lose hope. As we see that Tzu Chi has activated on first notice, connecting with NGOs across the world and started the humanitarian relief. But besides emergency relief, education has also been interrupted. Through these bombings, a lot of these schools have turned into emergency shelters. And in areas where conflicts are more severe, these schools have turned into a temporary graveyard. So a lot of the educations were put on pause, put on hiatus. So Tzu Chi University started the project, which is to assist Ukrainian students and scholars. We had planned to recruit 30 Ukrainian students, including 12 students working on the degree, 12 Chinese studies, and 6 of the scholars. So on first notice, Tzu Chi universities had contacted Ukrainian universities to establish a sister school and signed the MOU. For those who are interested in coming to Tzu Chi University, there was an online interview conducted, and applicants came from universities in Kiev or in Kharkov. These were all very famous universities in Ukraine. So we want to let them know that Tzu Chi University is willing to be a refuge for them. So towards the summer, the students arrived in Taiwan, but because it is time at the pandemics, many of them were first in quarantine in the local hotels. But immediately they received a welcome package from Tzu Chi University, and as soon as they're able to leave, they reported to the school.
I cannot imagine my future in Ukraine.
喜欢数学、攻读法律的 Alona 来自乌克兰第2大城市哈尔科夫，分享战争前后的街景。
When I see photos.
So Alona was from the second biggest city, Kharkov, in Ukraine.
已经有中文基础的戴月和李光琴说，会担心上战场的家人和朋友，也很思念他们。
And these two have some basic understanding of Chinese. They're very concerned about her parents and her sister, even though her sister was difficult to deal with, but she misses her so dearly as well. So after much turmoil, they arrived in Taiwan. A master had wished that these students could cherish this opportunity and be settled here and continue on their studies diligently. As master has shared with us that the human life is filled with
基金会与
impermanence,
教
and
育
this
部主管
impermanence
表
comes
达欢
from the
迎之
human
意，期
mind.
许他们尽快
So
适
if
应，
everyone
将
could
来
put their
的未
mind
来呢
together,
成为
then
帮
we
助
can
家乡的
build
桥
a
梁。
world
高新
where
闻唐南军邓明
there's
报道报
paradise
道。
all over everybody's hearts.
烽火虽然无情，但是人间有
And
爱。慈济人的爱，
the
他们现在就
officers
好像
of
是
Tzu Foundation and Education
都
Mission
是
have
含苞待
extended
放
their
要开
welcome
放
and
的
wishing them to be quickly
含苞待
adapt
放
to
要绽放
to
的
their lives in
向日
Taiwan.
葵哈，让我们看到了未来的希望。好，慈济一向都是
So
大爱
as they
众生，
arrive,
然后呢，
these
在即
these
便是在
students
战争期
are
间，我
like
们的教育也不间断哈，我们总是
a
想尽
sunflower
办法，让
bud
这些学
ready
生
to
呢都能够继续
bloom.
他们的学业。所以呢，慈济一向都是善尽大学的社会
As
责
we are
任，接轨
resonating
联合国
with
永
great
续
love,
发展目标，
we are
更落实
continuing
了
on their
SDGs
education
第4
without
项，就是优
interruption.
质的教育，要确
So
保每
Tzu
个人都能
University
够
is
照顾类，
fulfilling
这是
their
公
social
益，这是高
responsibilities
品质的
as
教
well
育。我们
as
对于这个乌克兰的学生呢，
as
也
well
会
as
提供
following
免费
the
的机票、学
sustainable
费、
development
生活
goals,
费，还有
which
生活
is
费。同
promoting
时，我们也考
education,
虑到说，他们来到
quality
台湾
education
人
or
生地不
equality
熟，
education.
对于台湾的文化或许没
So
办法很快就融
Tzu
入，所以我
provided
们还会
their
提供1
airfare,
对1专
their
心
tuition, as well
专
as
门
your
来
living
照顾他们
expenses
的
while
一
they're
些
in
起居
Taiwan,
哈，让他们觉
as
得
we
来台湾
consider
其实一点都不孤单。
their
除了在学校的静态
cultural
的
shock
课之外，
when they arrived in
慈济大
Taiwan.
学呢
We
还为这些
provided
学
Tzu
生
University
安
provided
排
them
了
with
到国外
one-to-one
去做
care
服
with
务学
the
习
with
当志
local
工的一个机会
volunteers.
哈。像在这个图片里面看到，我们就看到了慈济大学安排他们到附近的关怀
Besides
据点来做
schoolwork,
志工。
Tzu
借着
University
跟从
also
者的这个
planned
互动呢，还有借着这
volunteer
个手工艺品
activities
呢，让他
when
们这种
as
跨
we
世
see
代
these
然后
pictures
跨文化
that
的距离呢
these
越来越
students
短哈，也让他们感受到我们
went
台
to
湾这
went
些
to
长者的热
local
情，
long-term
也让他们
care
心里哈充满更多的温
locations,
暖。我们接着下
and
来
so that they
可以
can
给各位
experience firsthand the heartfelt welcome of the Taiwanese people. So we can see from this video here.
虽然是来学中文，但慈济大学华语中心还设计很多文化课程，甚至到庙口与社区互动。
Even though they're here to learn Chinese, but Tzu University Chinese study but also plan a lot of cultural classes, even coming to the local temples and join the elderly. So class-wise, we focus mostly on Chinese learning, but we also plan immersive learning of Chinese culture, such as tea ceremonies or calligraphy and volunteer activities. Through these interactions, the students can feel that volunteerism is an integral part of our lives, in addition to practicing their Chinese. So when they see the welcoming and the exchanges from these students, we too feel emotionally attached to them.
好，感恩。我们非常欢迎
And
乌
so
克兰
they're
来到
making
台湾。
sushi
那除了
and
在
fragrance
这个
packs,
摇篮里面，
which
他
were
们都有
traditional
开心的写手
Chinese craft.
上人也曾经提示过，在
So we're very welcoming
这
to
个
the
慈济大学呢
Ukrainians
提
coming to
供他们
Taiwan,
身
and we
心
hope
都能
that
够有
in
一个
in
安
this
全
cradle
安
of
稳的
Tzu
环境。
University
无量易经里面也讲
that
救
we
处护
they
处
feel
一指处，菩萨
nourished
可怜缘苦众生。然后希
and
望我们
feel
能
safe
提供这样子的爱
in
呢，
Tzu
让这些
University.
孩子、这
In
些
the
学生、
Sutra
这些
of Infinite
学
Meanings,
长，
there
在
there
这个
is a
环境里
chapter
面呢，
talk
能够更
which
有效
mention
地发挥
about
他们的良能，然后学习他们的这个专
uh,
长哈。
a
然
place
后
of
呢，我们也
saving, a
希望
place
呢，
of
在日后呢，能够将这一份
refuge.
大爱
And we
还有
hope
和
that
平呢，带
Tzu
回他们的国
could be
家，
this
然后
place
让
for
我们
them,
再
so
次
that
地
in
看到
addition
阳
to
光
learning
向日葵呢，
their
能够在世
continuing
界
their
再次地
education,
绽
they
放，
can
然
develop
后
their
呢，朝着
skills
正确光明的方
as
向，
well
给他们
as
带来了希望、
their
方
personal
向、力
lives.
量，
And one
给他
day when
们
they're
带来
able
了
to
智
return
慧、
to their
自
home,
信和快
we'll
乐。以
like
上
to
是我的分
hope
享，
that they
感
can
恩大
bring
家，
this
祝
all
福
back
大
to
家。
their homes
我们热
and
烈的掌声，感恩学
and
玉精
shine
彩的
like the
分享
sunflower again
啊
in their
大
homeland.
家有没有看到学玉的分享？
Thank
绝
you
对是
for
精湛的。
for
但
listening
是
to my
大家
sharing.
有没有看到今
Let's
天
give a
来
round
到
of
这
applause
里
for
的
Sister Xueyu
说真
for
的，所以
her
我们都是多
for
久
her
以
sharing.
前就
As
开
we
始
all
我
know
们
that
的
her
导读
her
这个
sharing, her
半年
readings
至少半年。
are
至少半
definitely
年
filled
以
with
上就安排好了，
excitements and
并且
information.
哪一个人在今天他的单元是什么，
So we plan for these guided readings at least 6 months in advance. And whoever is sharing so they pick from the week that they're sharing among the 7 days a story that's they most connected with. And so it was out of coincidence. It's totally a coincidence that we have the Ukrainian students joining us today, and we're happy to talk about the story. So we're originally asking her to speak in English, but she said she can speak that in Ukrainian. So it is quite miraculous that we have this coincidence.